watching Seeking Gravity. And this is how we play 9-ball. Balls numbered 1 through 9 must be played in rotation, requiring the cue ball to always strike the lowest numbered ball on the table first. Balls are racked in random order, with the 1 in front and 9 in the middle. By first making contact with the lowest numbered ball on the table, any ball can be pocketed with a combo or carom, and it remains your turn. You cannot, however, strike a higher numbered ball on the table first to sink the lowest numbered ball on the table. This is a foul. All fouls give your opponent ball in hand, a huge advantage. You can win the rack by sinking the 9 early, as long as you use the lowest numbered ball on the table to initiate the shot. A push-out is an option on the first shot after the break, and it isn't required to follow any of the rules, but the opponent gets to decide if they want to take on the resulting leave or give the next shot right back. Jumping and jump cues are allowed, adding a little flair to the game. 1 through 9. Only one ball matters. Only one ball counts. The 9.
I'm out there.
Okay guys, thank you so much for joining us for another Monday matchup here at Seeking Gravity. You got myself, Matt McDaniel, and
Julietta.
Julieta's back here in the booth for the second
time. Mm-hmm.
So I finally talked her into joining us in the booth again, drug her back here. So excited to have her perspective on this. So we're going to go ahead and get started with match number 1 between... Let's see if I can fade that in there. Yeah. So match number 1, I'm excited for this one. Rob and Jordan, both very accomplished players, and I'm excited to see what happens here. So it looks like Jordan got the edge on the first match. We'll see what they have in store for us for their second meeting. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, I did not see who did that because I was wrangling my audio.
Looks like Rob got it, which is funny because he was saying earlier that he wasn't planning on winning the lag.
You just planned for that?
He said, I'm not going to win the lag, so I'm just going to rack the balls. Okay.
Is that the secret? You just say you're not going to win it?
That's his secret.
For some reason, even though we do this every week, it feels like it's been a month since I've been back here driving this thing. It's weird. Alright, so Rob made something on the break, but he's not going to like where he's sitting there for the 1 ball. So this is going to be a push out.
So I'm slow figuring out what are we missing. No? The 4?
Oh, that would be the 4 ball. Yep, pink 4.
Okay.
So that was a push by Rob, and he will be getting that right back.
I think I've tried to push twice, and both times I've completely messed it up.
It's not easy. If, doing anything for the first couple times isn't easy, right?
Yeah, well, I think part of it is that the ball speed, when you're not trying to make contact, it's much harder to gauge.
Yeah.
At least for me it was. Like I hit it way too hard the first time and basically lined the other person up, so I might as well have given him ball in hand. So then the next time I thought, okay, don't hit it so hard. And I hit it way too soft and still left it blocked, so they just gave it back to me. So yeah, not things that you have much of an opportunity to practice with all the bars closed.
True that. Alright, I think I'm almost done finagling all the controls here. Get that going.
Are Jordan and Rob both captains on their league teams?
No, I do not believe Jordan is a captain. I don't know if Rob is, but Jordan just recently got back into various bar leagues as well. Ooh, sucked it right in. So it's gonna be ball in hand for Rob. Looking at the purple 5. So he's got natural shape to run over to the green 6. So Rob can very easily run this out. I'm sure you saw that, right, Julietta?
I'm trying to look for it right now. I honestly, if I had this, I would have no clue how to get to the 6.
So the way I would shoot it is shoot in that pocket. So he's going to draw this back, where I would actually put some angle on that, shooting more from like the center of the table, and then you hit
so you hit the
left
far rail and then come back for the long
up.
shot down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is, I struggle with that, and I don't know, you can probably tell. Whoops. See, that's what I would have done.
I don't know if he knows there's a 6 there. He does know there's a 6 there, okay.
Is it our angle? No. Oh, jump.
He swerved it.
Yeah, the reason why I asked if they were both captains of teams is because they both have a natural coaching ability, I feel like. From the times that I've been out there playing and they're watching or cameraing or even playing against me or with me.
Right.
Well, they just naturally coach, and they're so good and they're so nice.
Yeah, there's a large dynamic recipe that went into selecting the Seeking Gravity players. Everyone's always curious about that. We get asked that like every week, how they got selected and stuff like that. And it's not a very easy answer. It wasn't like picking names from a hat or flipping a coin. A lot of that was just the attributes that they bring along with their skill level and experience that we thought would foster a really fantastic environment. So, and so far everyone's proven this right, and it's been awesome. So, and that's what you want to see, are the more experienced players helping the less experienced along, and that's kind of what we're all here to watch. So, as we slowly grow, the less experienced will grow rapidly, which is going to be really fun to see. Uh-oh. Called a Billy, so he's going to go for the 9 ball here.
So is he going carom or combo?
He's going to carom it. Yeah, so he'll glance off the 6 into the 9 ball. Nice shot. Uh-oh. Lots of speed on that. Okay, so nice shot by Rob here, taking rack 1. That's the new term we've coined, in case you viewers haven't caught on that. Because Billy's 9 ball hungry all the time.
Yeah, he probably goes for that more than anyone.
Oh, he
goes for it from the get-go. He tries the 9 ball break.
Yeah.
And then if there's any way he can get the 9, all along the way.
So again, match 1 between Rob and Jordan here. This should be a great match. So rack 2, Rob breaking, up 1 rack. He lost that cue ball again. He might have a shot on that 1 ball though. So we've got the 2 ball down. Dr. Rob surveying the table. He must not be able to see it. Either that or he's just trying to figure out how to get back to the 3 ball. I think he can see it. Yeah, nice shot. Yeah, those collisions are hard to figure out a lot of the times. I think he might be snookered now on this.
Yeah, it's really interesting to look at the difference in camera angle with that slight fisheye. Especially, you know, after a match, you try to go home and rewatch it at some point during the week to figure out like what you maybe did right, what maybe you could have done differently, and also actually to hear the commentators, because when we're out there playing, we can't hear the commentators. So sometimes I'll hear them say, "Oh, she's got this," and then I think, "No, I didn't."
And we always have a kick. We always get a kick out of you thinking you're not good at something, but you continue to disprove yourself. We always get a kick out of that.
But there's always that one's going, and then or not, and the way Alan says it's always pretty cute. Did I forget to put one in? I did. No, I didn't.
I think you're good.
So yeah, for people wondering what I'm rambling about, I'm in charge of the bottom of the screen where all the balls are.
Scoreboard. Yeah.
The scoreboard.
Also known as a scoreboard.
Also known as a scoreboard. Yeah. So it's not exactly second nature for me yet. But no, it's interesting to hear what you guys talk about and what you're seeing versus what I was seeing in the moment.
Well, and it's hindsight, and of course the outside observers always seeing the table. I feel a little bit clearer in terms of the overall layout, right? Because when you're in the thick of it and you're down there and your mind's a different few places, and yeah.
When you guys have the whole, ball control thing kind of a little more down than I do, so being able to see, like we were saying with that ball in hand. I feel like I have to be quiet even though I'm in a different room. That was a nice shot. It's such a big table. I don't know if people out there get how big this table is, but every time I'm on it, I think, oh my gosh, I've never used a bridge as much as I have on this table. And sometimes I just have to stand up and shake my head because my eyes aren't focusing because the ball is so far away.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. We've never voiced it that way, and I'm so glad that that's why Julia is back here, is to give us a different perspective on us complaining about how hard this table is. So, looks like he's gonna ride the cheese one more time here.
Oh, look at that.
He's getting 2 billets in a row.
Yeah, and I don't mean it to be complaining, actually, because it's all fun.
Yeah.
It's all fun, whether you're on an easy table or a hard table. It's actually more fun on a hard table.
All right,
wow,
another early out for Rob there. So, but you brought up a really good point in that not only is distance a challenge for just getting the cue ball around the table and all that good jazz, but your eyes, if you've never played on a 9-foot table, aren't used to focusing those distances. So you're training your eyes in ways that you're not used to using them in this environment. So that's an interesting take.
Well, and one of the things that I've been coached on in the past is to stop hitting the ball so hard. Like, you really don't, the whole concept of pocket speed. So I've been trying to be conscious of that and not hitting the ball so hard prior to this league. But now this table always seems so big, I always feel like I have to hit it harder just to get it across the table, and really, you probably don't. Because it's a ball, it's going to roll, it's heavy. The table's not, it's only 2 feet bigger than what I'm used to. It's going to go.
Boy, we got a full house out there tonight, if you guys can hear that at home. We often ask many of our crew members, our squad, to show up to assist with scoring and camera work, and sometimes we have an abundance, which is always great to see, but we often get a loud room, and it's kind of fun just to hear live reaction, of course, because we can anticipate people watching at home are having similar reactions, but to actually get the validation from people in the room is kind of nice. Alright, so Jordan's got a decent cut on this one. It's all about controlling for the 2 ball. So he's still got it. That 3 ball is going to be tricky now, because ideally he wants to send that into the upper right pocket or the lower middle pocket. So he's going to have to come with a stroke here. Nice shot, Jordan.
Oh, stop. Yeah.
Got on the right side of that 3 ball.
What you were just saying about all the people that are here, I have to say that's one thing that's been really cool for me to see also, is the second camera angle. That's just one of us. I mean, I haven't done it yet, so I can't say us, I should say them. But the people on the team that are learning that camera, I'm so impressed.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Quite a growth from week 1, I would say. 20 weeks in. It's like we're growing a baby or something, the way we refer to it now.
Yeah, we're halfway.
Well, no,
If it's a
technically
baby.
we
Oh, if it's a baby, sorry.
Gotcha. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no.
Julietta, you know how long one of our seasons is, so. Alright. Rob's shooting at a pretty fast clip tonight.
He's trying to figure out if it's the 6 or the 8 that's going to get him the $9.
It's going to be the 6.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do another early, unless he breaks it out.
Yeah.
Well, this is a hard shot to get on the bottom left side of the 6 ball to take it into the side, the upper side.
I mean, it's almost kind of funny. Because I don't think it's Rob's goal usually to hit in the 9 early.
Yeah, Rob's usually got a pretty good head on his shoulders when it comes to shot selection, and that's when you're going to start finding more success, right? Learning the highest percentage avenues to run a table.
Yeah, I've definitely learned for me, for my skill level, unless I have ball in hand, I'm not going to combo the 9 in. Because whatever error I have in my angle, it's just amplified because it's 2 balls instead of 1.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go.
So you could see Rob was trying to get on the backside of that 6 ball, so he was trying his best to not to have to billy it again, but this would be hilarious if he gets 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So there's the combo. Little shot from DJ
So
there.
the 8's not in the way, is it, for the...
No. I mean, he can cut that 6.
Because he's got to hit the far side of the 9.
Yeah,
right.
he can cut the 6 into the 9. It's not an easy shot.
Oh, he didn't try.
Safe.
He's like, I'm not doing a billy 3 times in a row.
I'm not getting that stigma. You get a new nickname. That's what he's scared of right now. Alright, so Jordan's at the table. Jordan hasn't had a lot of stick time yet, doesn't seem like. Jordan really likes those stun shots where he kind of just floats across the table. And I'm not a fan of those because they take such a delicate touch. I'd rather go into rails. So Julia, what's one of the key things, you kind of hit on this a little bit, so what's one of the most important things or that you've learned or heard or have taken away from Seeking Gravity so far? You can't talk about episode 1.
Huh?
You can't talk about episode 1.
I don't remember episode 1.
Good. I don't have to de-inceptionize you.
Yeah, that's hard. That was a nice shot. I feel like I'm absorbing so much every week just by watching everyone. It's hard to pinpoint if I've learned anything. Jordan, actually. Nice out, Jordan.
Okay, so luckily, James watching at home, just stand by, guys. We have to change our score because we're racing to 0.
Oh.
We got to restart our scoreboard really quick. So it's 2-1 Rob, right?
Yep.
Let's do that.
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't right.
So yeah, in one of our non-televised games, when I played Jordan last session, after it was over, he gave me some advice. When I'm shooting, he said my backstroke is super fast, and that's not necessary, and that I'm probably losing some of my accuracy with that.
Like your
does that make
backswing
sense?
or your delivery?
My backswing. So I don't need to go back and forward super quick. I can pull back slowly and then go forward however fast I need to for that shot.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and type in Rob's name right there for me?
Oh, you got caps lock on, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and just leave it on. And then make sure that says 5.
Do I tab over there?
I I don't know.
Or mouse.
Or you can just, yeah, you can move it, sorry. Stand by, guys, while we figure out our scoreboard situation. Nice shot, Rob. Good speed. Yeah, he's okay. You can roll out center table. For the 4. You might just need to arrow over here. Let me just do this for you.
Oh, okay. God, I did it again.
Alright. He's taking, looks like a fairly touchy cut on this 5, and the speed's going to be an issue trying to hold for the 7, so he's going to have to play 2 rails, maybe 3. And then you can hit start match.
Okay.
Perfect. And then we'll animate in, and
Rob had 2?
2-1.
1. And what's missing? A lot.
1, 2, 3,
I missed
4.
the whole game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we did it. Thanks, James. Good cut on that 7 ball, good speed. So here's a question for Julia. Obviously, with the whole COVID thing, we're playing less table time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you are, in terms of your play quality right now, the same, better, or worse?
I think my understanding is better from watching you guys. Like something that you just said a little bit ago about, you know, your leave, whether you... I always used to just think about what angle it was going to be, and I never thought about the fact that the cue ball can hit a rail and then bounce,
Right.
And that can be part of your leave. And so now I'm realizing it can go around the table, and so you have to look, you know, more than one hit, basically.
Yep.
So I'm learning that. It's still not obvious to me all the time, and I don't think of it enough. And the same thing with defensive shots. I need to do defensive shots a lot more. I still don't. They're still not part of my repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a better understanding. Like if I have a really hard shot, maybe I shouldn't try to hit it in. Maybe I should just make it really hard for the other person.
Mm-hmm. Playing the numbers.
So I think I have a better understanding, but I don't think I'm actually any better at shooting. I think I'm maybe maintaining with the amount that we get to play. I hope I'm not getting worse. I feel like I'm maintaining. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting worse. Tiffany and I played a few weeks back one of our off-camera games, and I felt like I couldn't hit anything in.
You just have days like that, though.
Yeah. Lucky for me, she was having the same kind of day. Otherwise, she would have completely creamed me.
Oof, that's tough.
Oh, I hate that leave.
Yeah, you mentioned, you know, learning to use rails, and that's, I think, one of the easiest things to identify somebody who's less experienced, is because they're always just thinking how they can either follow or draw a shot without touching anything.
Right.
You know, and that's impossible. When you start learning the rails and just trusting the rails and using those, man, the game really opens up.
Oh. I thought it was going to get it on the second bank, and then the one was going to, or the cue ball was going to get in the way, and then no.
I'm surprised that, I guess a lot of people do. Rob's playing with a smartwatch on, and I wouldn't...
Oh, Jesus.
I wouldn't. If I were like playing a key shot and I got a little ding or vibrate on my wrist, and I miss a shot, I would not be happy about that.
Can you turn that off in settings? You know, like
I
you can
think that
silence
you
your
can,
phone.
but the other thing that I'm even just, I take it to the next degree because I wear my watch on my stroke hand, and I don't want the additional weight on my stroke. I want to keep that consistent too. All right, so
There
Jordan's happy to take 2-2. He was giving us a little
fright there with the
Yeah.
side pocket.
I was gonna hit it soft, but I knew it was gonna be too.
You can hear him laughing about it in there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have tapped it, but I think I would have gone under the head roll, but I wasn't looking at the exact angle either. Well, no, but I also easy.
Yeah. You would have tapped it into this rail, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could have cut it that way.
You don't think so?
I was afraid that the table was deep. No way to not follow that. I would have used draw.
That's why I did it. I knew.
But I would have been worried about the side.
I knew it was gonna come wrong.
Try break. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Alright, so that's gonna bring Rob to the table here. Whoa. You can't mess with these pockets, man. Yeah, Jordan's like, what am I gonna do with this?
I heard him call defense.
Yeah. I think a wall of balls to hide behind, so
Yeah.
found the 6 and the 3. And the 2's blocking a... There's not a lot of ways to get to this ball. Nice hit.
Oh.
That works.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Now it's done.
Not only did he find it, but
Rob's shooting
Wow.
really fast tonight. I wonder if there's a reason for it.
I see somebody actually commented, "Don't rush, Rob." But he won't see that until he rewatches it, if he does that.
So Jordan going for safe, and I don't think he got it.
I got the whole ball.
Thought it was more hidden back there.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell, that camera angle.
I think you can see the whole thing.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
that's the worst.
Wow. He's hooked on the knuckle there.
That's the worst.
That's, look at that ball.
Oh, man.
Go to camera 3 here, check it out. That's what do you do about that, right? I mean, there's not much you can do. You just gotta kick at it now. That was a good pan out. Nice one, Deej. George's wondering who he pissed off today. You can hit this 2 rails, I think. Yeah, you can 2 rail this. He's gonna try single rail at that angle of attack.
Hey, at least you can't see the 9.
Right. There you go. That 3's in an interesting spot. And luckily Rob's got ball in hand because there's only 2 pockets that ball goes in. I think you rolled that out too far. Yeah.
Yeah, he just likes the challenge, right? That 2 rail kick that you were talking about, I actually saw an instructional video on it a couple weeks ago, and then I guess you could call it an opportunity came up in my last match.
You used it?
I failed at it miserably. So I was just thinking, yeah, you know, with graph paper and a ruler and a compass, I got all these angles down just fine. It's the hand-eye coordination and not accidentally putting left or right, or, you know. Ouch. That's a terrible lead.
Well, Rob kind of deserved one of those.
Yeah.
Not that he deserved it, but he had it coming, I guess. Ooh, totally looked like he was gonna hit the 9 first.
Yeah.
There's Jordan's famous behind the back shot.
Does anyone else do that?
No, everyone else uses bridge.
Yeah,
I'll shoot opposite hand most times before I use a bridge.
I think left-handed people are a little better at that because you've been forced to use your right hand, maybe?
We live in a right-handed world.
In a right-handed world?
Mm-hmm.
Because my left hand is so worthless. I mean, just...
What am I even doing with this thing? Just chop it off.
I was thinking that the other day when I was doing yard work. I'm like, I'm getting all these blisters on my right hand, thinking, boy, it'd be nice if I could do some of this left-handed.
What are you doing left-handed?
But, that's actually something silly that I would do if I had my own table, is I would try to play left-handed.
It's not silly at all. That's a very smart thing to do.
Maybe that's what I would do with my kids, because they don't want to play with me because I win, because they don't know how to play really yet. But if I played left-handed, they could kick my butt, which is what children want to do.
Right. They can't accept anything less than victory.
Well, especially against their mom.
Yeah.
I was like... Yeah, so we talk about it. Like, do we really need a dining room table?
No, nobody needs a dining room table ever. They need it for 3 days out of the year.
No, we use it probably 3 days a week.
Oh wow.
And
I'm
you know,
a living room guy.
There's one of those silly studies, I shouldn't say silly, that say that, you know, kids do better if you make them sit at the table and eat dinner, because then you talk about things.
Oh sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's just a rare thing in this culture anymore.
I'm trying. And I think it was Jordan actually that said, you know, there's pool tables that transition to a dining room table.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd
They're
ever...
expensive.
Well, that, I don't know if they'd ever play really as good as a, you know, just a dedicated pool table.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm envious of people that have the nice big garages and they just turn their garage into a mini pool hall. Garage league. think that's the longest they've taken to get a ball in.
Yeah, I think James is gonna talk about beating me for the next, I don't know, 7, 8 decades, something like that, maybe.
I think so. He mentioned it to me
It'll
last time.
probably be on his tombstone. Beat Matt once.
Hey
in
James,
2020.
it would be on mine too. I just want you to be sure. It's valid.
Alright, so Rob's slowing down a little bit here, which is...
Maybe he
probably
peeked at his phone when Jordan was
Yeah.
shooting and saw the comment.
I needed to break that up. I knew it was gonna be a risk.
So he's gonna go fetch his jump cue.
Oh, look at James. Look at my record. That's all I've got to hang my hat on. Oh, come on, James. You're a good shot.
Alright, so yeah, so Rob's gonna line up a jump here.
Wait for it.
7 ball.
No? Yeah. That's definitely a cool thing that you designed with this, that people can do jump shots, because
Oh yeah, it's a huge part of the game. You know, you kind of go back and forth on why certain leagues don't allow it, and I would just have to go back to, for your medium to low players, it's just not a safe, healthy thing for a pool table, I don't think.
right.
So for the sake of that felt and the pool balls and probably people's lives to a certain extent. But yeah, it's frustrating being a higher level player and being so handicapped against you when you've got that ability, which is part of an experienced pool player's skill set that you can't utilize.
Yeah, now that I've seen you guys do it, I can't imagine the thoughts when you're in the regular, our local leagues where they don't allow it.
Point.
Oof. Yeah, this game started out so slow. For a minute there, I'm like, did we miss one?
Yeah, it was that last rack that kind of slowed down in this rack.
It was going pretty quick, though.
Yeah, I think if James gets the wild card and beats me in the playoffs, I think that he'll probably just retire.
I mean, isn't that when you're supposed to retire, when you're ahead?
At the top.
Yeah. That's when you go to coaching.
Ooh, that ball wiped its feet on the way in. Good shape though. Alright. Fairly straightforward shot for Jordan. Just not to worry about the cue ball flying around anywhere. Comfortable bridge. Yeah, he took his time setting into that. That's smart.
Oh no.
He's gonna leave him okay though.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible leave.
Yeah. Rob accepting his fate right there. At least you're Mount Fuji, James, the way you talk about it.
Hey James, I was just happy that if I remember correctly, I wasn't skunked the last time I played Matt. I think I managed to get one 9-ball in, and I was just thrilled that it was 5-1 instead of 5-0, which was the first time we played.
Ooh.
That was a really nice shot.
Alright, so James is going to have a slightly less difficult shot. I say James, Jordan.
Yeah.
James, get out of my head, buddy. Alright, so Jordan's going to take a crack at it here. Uppercut again, which is the safe thing to do.
So why is that the safe thing to do?
What's that?
Why is that the safe thing to do?
So overcutting it will typically leave the 9-ball along that left rail and the cue ball on the other side of the table.
Okay. Gotcha.
Alright.
Oh.
Rob takes rack number 5. You like that? I had to throw a little bit of that
That's
in.
funny.
We still have to get around to making our own sound effects.
I mean, honestly, when I'm shooting, I don't consider which way do I want to miss, but I should, because I miss enough that that's a consideration.
So let me ask you this: so when you aim for a pocket, are you actually aiming for a line, or are you just aiming for the pocket in its entirety?
What do you mean?
So like, do you see a line of travel that you're trying to hit, or do you just say, "There's the pocket. I'm trying to hit the pocket somewhere"?
There's a line.
Okay, good.
What they say about beer belly? Yeah. You don't buy it, you rent it.
Because I'm not always trying to hit the center of the pocket, depending on the shot. I mean, usually I am, because that's the safest thing to do.
So
Oh,
one ball
okay.
down.
Just gonna go in order.
Rob's had no luck on the break.
You gotta push? He said safe.
He said safe, yeah.
So not exactly the same thing.
Correct.
Ah, damn it. I was trying to
So
get it
should have
slow.
called a push. So he really gummed up the balls there, though, in the upper right corner.
Yeah.
There's really not a clean escape for hitting that 5 and getting out of there. So pink might be a breakout ball.
See, that's how your brain works. My brain works.
Looking
Whoever
for
I'm
the
playing
bank?
is gonna have to. No. That's a mess in that corner. Whoever I'm playing is gonna have to break that up.
Yeah. Let me know when you're done breaking that out. Sit over here.
Then that's why you have break and runs to your record. That's probably not the leaf.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of the breakout. Cleans it up a lot, actually. Aside from Rob staring at an 8-ball on his way.
Oh, he's
You didn't get that anywhere close.
So I'm guessing the idea was to hit that a lot softer?
Yeah, he's trying to leave the 8-ball between the two. Alright, so George's going to the bridge here.
That's definitely something I would practice if I had my own table also.
Shoot at the bridge?
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, no, the safeties. How hard to hit the ball. What angles, that kind of thing.
So Eric, I don't know if you're asking us or the viewership, but here in Washington, We're still in full lockdown. There's no other leagues happening. Pool's still illegal, like cocaine is.
Oh, just in bars.
Yeah. The cocaine? I got you to snort. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Now I'm behind on the count. Well, I mean, we're playing here right now. It's not illegal. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And there's garage leagues and
Yep, there sure
small
is.
groups of, what are you allowed to have, 5 friends or something like that?
Rebel
Yeah.
outposts.
But a wide open bar situation they're not allowing yet.
Dude, yeah.
But they just opened movie theaters here Friday. So my brain is all thinking, if they can open a movie theater, we can figure out how to play pool again.
I read an article, just that I didn't read the article, I saw the title, is that I think AMC was allowing people to rent out an entire theater room for $100.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But what are you going to watch? Because they haven't released a really great movie. I mean, there's been limited releases. But
I wonder if some, what are they called, the movie making companies? If they're
production
waiting,
companies?
yeah, if they're waiting for COVID to,
Oh yeah,
for
absolutely.
theaters to die down or
Yeah.
open up before, because where are you gonna get your box off them? Because like James Bond, aren't we supposed to have James Bond any minute now?
We were supposed to have James Bond. We were supposed to have Top Gun 2. I mean, there's been so many. I mean, all the movies have been delayed, and then some just gave up and
Oh, that was so close.
yeah, some just gave up and did, sold to Netflix or something like that just to get it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many series on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu where I've seen it all, and it's just pending because they can't shoot the next season because of COVID. So we're all running out of stuff to watch. Yay. I know there's times where you're on the table and nobody can get a ball in and you don't even care anymore. You're just like, I don't care if the other guy gets it in. Just that ball needs to be gone.
And is this your first taste of regular old 9-ball rather than playing a point-based ball system?
Yes.
Has it changed how you view the game?
I don't know. I don't think it has. I think it actually feels more fun because somebody else can hit in all the balls and screw up on the 9 and I can still win.
There you go.
And I'm pretty sure that's happened to me.
Especially on this table. This table's an equalizer for sure.
So in that regard, if somebody's on a run, it doesn't stress me out. I just think, waiting for my turn.
I think if all the balls are out in the open, it should stress you out.
Well,
There's that
depends on who
problem
I'm
ball.
playing.
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's with a lot of the people it would actually stress me out because there's a lot of people in this group here that could clear a table.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to. I don't worry about it the same way as I do in the point system.
Yeah.
Like every single point, I just think, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind now. And then they got the 9, and that's 2 points.
Yeah, we'd have a lot more break and runs if we weren't playing on a 9-foot table with 4-inch pockets. So, for sure. Because you gotta be shooting sharp even to get 4 or 5 ball runs on this table. They don't fall in. But even on a loose table, that wasn't gonna go.
Oh no!
Wow. Double stinger.
Yeah, that insult
George's
to injury
like-
for sure.
George's like, get me off this table.
Jordan's gonna get defense. Oh, just kidding.
Alright, so let's see what Rob's setting up here. So it looks like he's gonna go 1 rail out, or is he gonna draw?
See, these are the kind of shots that I totally watch because I have no idea.
So it looks like he's gonna draw this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did I screw up such an easy out?
Alright, so he's got to watch his cue ball speed here for the 9. So that's in. Nice shot.
Wow, that was very nice.
Alright, so Rob takes rack 6. So he's on the hill, 4-2 over Jordan. And how did that work? Okay, that works too. Okay, so anyways, here's our standings while we're waiting for them to re-rack. You're going on a streak. I saw it. I think you won 4 in a row. Yeah,
Did
you
I?
won 4 in a row, according to the records.
Okay.
So yeah, try to act like you're not on a streak.
Well, I think the first 2 might have been on Brian's table, which is a smaller table with bigger pockets, and got 2 in a row there. So that was nice. That was kind of fun.
Alright, so we got Rob on the hill, Jordan looking to claw his way back. So made his wing ball, which was the pink 5 ball.
4.
I'm sorry, pink 4 ball. The 2 ball is tucked away nicely behind that 5. So he's got to get on the other side of it. Realistically, either collide into that, or he's got to get on the left side of that 2 ball and shoot it up table. So this shot's going to be a draw with right. Let's see if he gets it. Yep, he had it. Kind of. Alright, let's see what Jordan's gonna do here. I can see Jordan playing his safety here. You boot the 1 ball to the right of the 9 and then keep the cue ball, hit the rail, the left rail, and kind of leave it behind the 3 and the 9. That's what you're thinking, right, Juliana?
Totally. Yeah. No, I just, seriously, if I think I can get the ball in, it doesn't even occur to me to play
I mean,
defense.
I'm assuming he can't make that, but maybe he can. And
It's
if he,
hard to tell.
If he can, he's probably thinking if he's wondering if he can draw into that 2-5 to break it out. Because he can't hold it.
Well, so close to the rail. It'd be,
Yeah, it's
can't draw.
It's rough. I'd play safe here, and I'd boot the 1 ball center table and leave it behind the 3-9. Oh, he went for the 9. Dang.
Oh, he said it was defense.
Yeah,
I mean, I just overheard it.
interesting.
Maybe it wasn't exactly where he wanted it. I mean, I guess that goes without saying. Yeah, that 2 ball is making everyone pause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is where, like, you're not in a hurry to make that 1 because you're just gonna compromise your own position. Take care of the problem ball and sell out. Yeah, he's glad he didn't make that.
Still don't like that 2 ball, Rob.
I know. I should have just played defense there, but that 1 was challenging. I kind of want to see if I could make it. And I should have
safe from Jordan. So I don't know if Rob can get to the side of the one to pocket that. So I think you got another ugly save coming back to you now.
Unless we consider that every shot is so hard to get back on the 2 that they're all saves.
Yeah.
Just leaving someone the 1 is inherent safety.
Mm-hmm.
Defense.
So Rob calls safe. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Ooh,
You got him.
yeah.
You can't hit that direct. He's gonna swerve at it. It's quite a swerve. Yeah. Alright, so ball in hand for Rob here. Now we've got, I think the 3 still goes. So Rob's gonna be looking for a either breakout or just sliding across table to shoot the 2 ball up table. And this game was cruising along and it's kind of slowed on down. What's he doing here?
Yeah, I'm watching every ball in hand. I watch intently because I never know what to do. I shouldn't say never, but very often I think there's probably a right answer and I don't have it.
I don't know what he's gonna do here. Yeah, he's gonna save him. I was gonna say this is kind of weird, so he's gonna try and, I think, duck this behind the 9. Or the 3-7. That works too.
I don't think I've ever seen a save with ball in hand.
Really?
Really. No, I can't say that ever again.
Alright, so Jordan's gonna jump this shot. Oh, he just fouled. Alright, so will we finally see the 1 ball go down? How many shots have we had on this one?
Yeah, whoever's keeping score. But the way we score, if you're hitting a defensed ball, it doesn't count as a miss.
Yeah, depending on the circumstance, yeah.
Right. So it'd be hard to actually track.
So he's gonna break this out. Oh, I thought he was gonna go into it.
I almost forgot my job. Getting rid of the...
Nice. Ooh, he's got a shot, it's tight. So he can play a 2-way shot, so he can attempt the 3 and then make the 7. But I would... yeah, this is tricky.
I didn't leave it easy.
No.
Jordan's like, oh yeah, it's my favorite shot.
Right? think he was trying to duck behind the 5. I just think he hit that with a lot of speed because that's kind of a weird spot for him to leave it.
Yeah. And again, it's such a big table. We just accidentally hit it too hard.
Oh, come on.
Alright, so Jordan's got a decent look at this 3. The 9 ball's kind of in the way coming off the rail, so let's see what he does to this. He likes to float balls though, so he'll stun it across. Yep. Inside English to check it off the rail. So this is going to be a decent shot right here. Nice shot. Ooh, a little love bump would have been nice right there. Overcut it. Dang, that's not the way you want to leave a table.
No. Not when Rob's on the hill. Or not ever, but especially.
Or not ever.
Especially not right now.
Oh,
See, okay.
What?
That is a thing. So when
That's
I
a
was
thing?
playing Kyle, he left the 9 ball in the pocket like that. And he didn't let me shoot it, and he said game over and gave it to me. And I told him, don't ever do that, because I will miss that shot. I'm so afraid of scratching. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I mess up that shot on the 9 when it's practically in the pocket. And now we just saw a fantastic player also mess up a practically in the pocket shot. So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
when
think
you're-
anyone should ever give that to anyone.
Well,
Just
9 balls.
shoot it.
9 ball is an exception because Rob was completely. He had 99% of his attention on the leave.
Yeah.
And that was the issue there. I do that all the time. Oh goodness. Alright,
Yeah, you're right.
So Rob's gonna have another attempt. This is actually an easier
Well, you
leave
did last
for
time
the
too.
8.
Look what I did with that one.
But still, I didn't think Kyle should have given it to me. He should have made me shoot it.
So this float down table. Ooh, he overhit that.
Come on.
Oh, that
stings.
not
The
nice.
last shot I was meaning to put on the hand too.
Oops.
Alright, so Jordan's got a chance.
I could actually shoot it because I had enough angle to be able to shoot it with that fast angle.
Here's a recompose here. So you go 2 rails. The way he's pumping that. Yep. Man, he's giving Rob every opportunity here. That sucks.
Dang.
Alright. So Rob for
Alright.
the win here.
There it is.
Alright, so Rob gets revenge, taking their rematch to 1-1 now. Pretty cool. Alright guys, we have our next match coming up. Who's playing, Juliana?
I am.
This should
And
be a fun
Tiffany.
match. This should
Yeah,
be a
Tiffany
fun
and I played a couple weeks ago at her house, and it was anyone's game. I mean, every single match was yeah, we were so evenly matched on that day. We were both missing shots that were driving us nuts, and we were both making good shots at the same time. That my frustration is that inconsistency, but lucky for me, we were both having the same issues. It was actually really fun to play with somebody that felt like so similar in there's absolutely some shots that she's way better than I am. Like she can draw, like she's fantastic at draw shots, and but in the grand scheme of things, it felt like we were pretty evenly matched, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
So I'm gonna get out there and hit a
Yeah,
couple
go get warmed up, and that's a good cue. So we will be back in about 5-ish minutes for you guys. We're gonna let the ladies get warmed up here, and we'll get going. All right, everybody. Thanks for waiting for us as we got our players warmed up. We've got a fantastic second match. Excited for this one. Tiffany versus Julietta here. They're going to go ahead and leg for break. Looks like Tiffany's going to win that leg. All right. So, let me get this other stuff figured out.
This will be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
The two women of the group matching off. See who walks away with the victory.
Alright, so that brings Julietta to the table here. She just pushed out.
Push, okay. Push is a good way too to check to see what your opponent is comfortable with.
It's a mess of balls on the table right there.
Yeah, there's some problems. Got some work to do. I can't
Yuck.
tell if that's snookered behind there. No.
No,
I
she's
think
got a clean sight. She's like, what do you do after that?
I just try to bury the cue ball back
Yeah.
behind the 9.
Yeah, if this were two high-level players right now, this would be a long rack.
Uh-huh. Be a very long run. And if that keeps going, that should be okay. It's just the 2 ball. Really broke open one cluster.
Good shot.
So what do you think is going to be the factor that causes one person to take the victory?
Here tonight?
One of these two.
Well, it's fairly safe to say we're not going to see 4, 5, 6 ball runs here for the most part. I think every rack, most people are going to get a look at least every other ball on average. So I think it's just buckling down and really taking your time on those last 2 balls, honestly.
Yep. And that's one thing I know Tiffany has been talking about is that 9 ball, 8 ball, and 9 ball. She's been struggling with finishing it out.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see if she's kind of corrected that, or if, you know, nerves kind of come into play again.
Should go.
There you go.
Yeah, nice shot.
And Julietta can be intimidating if she starts getting on a bit of a banking run.
Let's try that. You'll get less puffs. Less puffs in the mic.
Does that sound better?
Yeah. You gotta get out of the line of fire.
Ah, perfect.
She tried there. That was really great having Julietta back here. I think you'll enjoy going back and, of course, just not watching your match, but And that's the reason why I kept asking Julia to come back, and I finally convinced her to come on back. is
Nice.
You just get a different perspective, a different vocabulary, a different way of thinking about things, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things she brought up, and I'll mention it again, is that, you know, it's just not being used to shooting on a 9-foot table in the way that we traditionally think of the difficulties shooting on a 9-foot table, but like even just when you're shooting a full-length shot, your eyes not being used to physically focusing that distance. And I never thought about it like that before. I mean, as soon as you say it, it's obvious, right?
Well, you build your, I mean, it's all muscle memory. Your eyes go to a certain spot, and two, there's just little things that can distract you too when you're looking that far. But yeah, no, that's a great point.
Look at that cut.
That was
Julia, you know, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Julia because, like I said, I think the ladies are gonna see at least a look at every other ball here, and I think I have limited time watching Tiffany, but I know that Julia can really focus in and nail a ball. And
and there's a 2-ball run going on a 3.
Yeah, they're sitting in the pocket. I think Julieta can get a good run going.
But that all leads to an intimidation factor. Because if your opponent's making balls, that kind of puts you kind of in the spot too. Ooh, that was a good attempt. Hit it on the pro side. Cut it on the pro side.
And she asked me about that. It's like, well, because you were shooting on the 9 one time and you overcut. And I was like, well, it's best to overcut it, right? And she caught me. She's like, why is that? You know, so it's always great to have that different perspective here in the booth. We can explain that stuff, catch ourselves, right?
Right. Yeah, because people in the audience or people watching may have those questions, and even people watching it not live who aren't able to ask questions are probably thinking the same thing.
I played Joey the last few days, and I said the same thing. I said, well, it's always best, you know, it's because kind of between racks, and you know, he's got questions, so I'm happy to answer them while we're playing. And you know, always best to kind of overcut. If you got that shot in the 9 ball and you're not sure, like, go for the overcut rather than the undercut. And he goes, well, why is that? You know, and so I showed him.
Yep. But mistakes you can make too with overcutting is you hit it too hard, and then it goes all the way down table, like an example in my game. So there are it's straight, but it's a difficult shot. You're on the rail, going straight in. A lot of people have a tendency to hit this shot too hard, and they follow that cue ball right into the corner, or you miss the shot and the cue ball still goes into the corner. That was a great shot.
Yeah, it was.
It was a very good shot.
She's on the right side of that 8 ball too, so she should be able to follow this down.
And I think a lot of people too, when especially people who are more beginning, tend to think, okay, I have to pull the cue back faster to get to hit harder, and that's not the case.
Yeah, Julieta mentioned that.
You know, you can pause, and a lot of people do pause for however many seconds they feel comfortable, and then you push through. And that's why you'll see a lot of people adjust their bridge lengths based on how hard they're shooting. Some people don't. Some people kind of keep. But wow, that's a way to. Who was that?
That was Tiffany.
That was Tiffany.
No mercy.
Right.
So another reminder here for match 2 for tonight. We've got Tiffany and Julieta going at it. Julieta took their first match, but fairly similar records, and I believe they're sitting right next to each other on the standings. In fact, I can verify that really quick. Yeah, so they are 9 and 10 right now, so sitting pretty close.
Mm-hmm. It's been overall, this session, I mean, it's been pretty tight as far as groups go. There's been some good pool playing out there.
Yeah. Another dry break.
Yeah. And I don't know if people watching really know how difficult Tiffany's shot on that 9-ball actually was.
Yeah.
Banking that long ways into a 4-inch pocket, that's really tough to do. And she made it pretty clean too.
Nice try. Oh.
Sometimes that cue ball can find that pocket better than any other ball on the table.
Yes, it can. With open arms.
Right. Sure you don't have a vacuum under there?
Yeah.
That 5, 8, 6 lineup look a little bit eerie. But I can't tell if there's gaps in between. If there's gaps in between, it's better.
There's a little bit, yeah. There's a little bit of play.
Still a little bit daunting.
Man, that's a pile of balls over there.
You're gonna pile them up. Be a great little tap safety.
Mm-hmm.
Try to plant it right against that 5-ball.
Or just do the trick shot. Look at this. Look at this. The 5-ball. Oh, ran out of gas.
Man.
That was lined up like one of those trick shots.
Yeah.
All of them go to a different pocket.
Yep. And it's a great strategy too, you know. I mean, if you're playing against somebody and you know either your opponent won't run out the rack if there's 6 balls left on the table, just bust them open. You know, bust them open. There's a strategy there too, because then at least if you get to the table, you have an opportunity to potentially run it out.
That's what I do against you, Jordan. I'm like, there's no way this guy's gonna run.
Right, exactly. Pretty much. Pretty much. I would do it too. If I were shooting like you and playing against me, yep, heartbeat. Especially the way it went tonight. Shoot.
I had to take the opening.
Right?
Look at that, dang. She comboed that in from across the table.
What, was that the 4-ball?
Yes. She's stroking straight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that bump killed her because she got to sink that pink or that purple 5.
Mm-hmm.
She'll jump here. Oh, excuse me. Long day.
Sounds like you got an early morning tomorrow too.
I do. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
She's a pretty good jumper. She'll have no problem clearing this.
She made it.
Wow. It's a good shot.
I gotta agree with you there, James. James said that she's better with the jump cue than he is.
Tiffany is very consistent with it. It's kind of interesting things that certain players get really comfortable with. And different, like some players are really comfortable with banking over different kinds of shots, and some are better at cutting thin shots and stuff.
Or there's some people who would prefer like a razor thin cut than a straight in shot.
Yeah, right.
It's so wild. Julieta longingly staring at that A-ball, wishing she had a better angle on it.
Yeah, because here, I mean, you hit the cue ball, it's gonna go flying. Unless it hits the 9. Just like that.
She's gonna get a safe out of this. No, she's not.
See, that's always a bummer part about pool is, you know, you miss your shot and you end up leaving a semi-decent layout for the next player. Oh no. Saved. It's a bummer, but it's way better than scratching.
Yeah, it is.
Like Rob hooking me on the, the
he
corner
got
of the
you
pocket.
pretty good. He got you pretty good a few times.
If this comes off that rail... Oh, it didn't even get there. So this is kind of the tough choice, because you could potentially bank it into the side and hitting it hard, or you try to cut it. But cutting it... Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's trouble.
Uh-oh, yep.
Ooh.
Wow.
You alright?
See, for me, it would gone right in.
The ball seemed to be rolling a little bit slower than normal. What was your impression playing? A little slower? Or?
A little slower. I definitely felt like I was having to hit it a little harder to get things moving. But the thing is it's interesting because we cleaned the table and stuff like that, and maybe it's temperature change, something like that.
Maybe. I don't know. Humidity's pretty consistent in here.
No. Oh, that's gonna be probably pretty good safety, maybe. Nope.
I think she can still see it, but if she can just see the top part of the ball, she's got a huge scratch issue here. I don't know if she can see enough of it. Oh, she can see the whole thing.
She could see it.
So you lay this up. Alright, so again, this is where it comes down. Gotta focus up.
But see, from this shot, this isn't as easy as it looks, because it comes down to real good cue ball control. Because not only do you have to make this, but you also got to give yourself a decent shot on that 9, and preferably in the same corner.
Kind of spun off that rail.
Yeah. Got a little bit of, let's see, inside English on that instead of outside.
So she's gonna take
She
it
cutting it into the corner.
She's gotta watch that side pocket.
If she puts low on it, she's got to look out for the way down there. Yep.
There it is. Nailed it.
Yep.
So, Julieta concedes rack 2, so that puts Tiffany 2-0.
It's really interesting, like, different people's feelings on, like, either giving the rack or making somebody shoot it. Like, I'm almost more on the side of making the other player shoot it, because it's more of like, you know, I mean, people miss. I've seen people miss super easy straight-in shots before.
Yeah, and it's also kind of like a vote of no confidence in your ability. It's kind of like a little mind game.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, because you're like, But, too, it also can give extra confidence, too, to the opponent who's, you know, shooting the 9 and then, so. It's an interesting, not saying one way is right or one way is wrong.
Right. Another dry break.
Yep. But it's a pretty good spread.
Yeah, just a 5-7 issue.
Yeah. But I feel like the 5 goes into the side pretty easily. I mean, you definitely like to have more options with it, but...
Whoa. So has it been a little bit nicer moving to 2 matches a week rather than 3? Heck to the is-a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze everything up a little bit. Everybody's a little less tired the next day. There's, wow, again. Was that Tiffany who shot that one again?
Yes. Julieta's at the table. Unless, did it go down? Sorry.
It went down.
Yeah, that's Julieta.
Wow. Julieta just did a long rail, or a short rail bank shot. It's crazy.
Don't tell her she's good at banks.
Yeah.
She'll be the first to tell you she's not good at it.
Right.
So we're just talking about that.
I don't know how many she has to make before she feels comfortable with them. At least saying she's comfortable with them, because we know she seems pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Like here, this will probably be another bank from Julieta. Right into that side pocket.
Yeah, that's what she's lined up for.
Boom. Oh.
And if she misses, it's not by much.
It isn't.
I mean, I miss my banks more than she does.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like sometimes too with pool, you can be too like into the details of like, oh, I'm aiming with you know, 3 o'clock, so I gotta move a millimeter this way, or, you know, when sometimes you're on the right line, you just feel it, just shoot.
I think she's called safe. Oh, I forgot table noise. There we go. That helps. Good safe.
Yeah.
You guys had a loud room you were playing in there. We were talking about that too.
A lot of what?
A loud room in there. We had a full house earlier.
We did. Yes, we did. And that's one thing too of like trying to block out the side conversations that go on. Because on occasion I'll notice myself kind of hearing things, and I'm like, oh, gotta refocus back.
So Julia's kicking at this. Good hit.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna... Oh, if it wouldn't have hit that 9 ball. It's a nice 2-rail kick.
Nice try. Those are hard.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting to me, like, you can line up a straight-in shot, like straight-in combo that are frozen together, and a lot of people think those will go, like, when you cut them, but there's cut and deuce throw on
absolutely, a ton of it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that, and so they're like, oh, it's lined up straight in.
She's dialed in for banks. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. She's dialed in more than you and I are.
Yeah. If there was a bank tournament, I think I would want Juliet as my partner.
Mm-hmm. Scotch doubles. We should do that. We should have a little mini Scotch double bank race to 5 balls.
I have a feeling that'd be a really long game. Race to 5. I think it would be.
No. Rack of 9 balls. Or you do 5 balls, race to 3.
I think that'd be harder than having 9 targets.
No. It's a fun game though. Definitely works on your bank shots.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, shot the cue ball down too. Alright, so let's see how Julia is shooting, because with the ball in hand on the 5, everything else is kind of sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm. I love it when the 9 ball's kind of sitting where it's at, and you got a kind of a good layout. Makes it a more relaxing when you get down to the 9.
She made that shot a lot harder than she had to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not gonna like that. Oh, that's another Julietta special coming up here. That's pretty much lined up.
Yeah. Put a...
Julia's gonna do. She's gonna turn to the camera and give a little wink. And then she'll just kill it.
Pound it in, yeah.
Pro side.
Yep. There you go. That is how you should bank a 9-ball in 9-ball game.
Yeah.
Because you give yourself the other pocket to go in. It's definitely nowhere near a bad. I would not say that was a bad shot.
Yeah, that was the other example I gave Joey the other night when we were playing. Is there's pro side in a couple different ways, right? So if you're gonna cut, overcut, if you're gonna miss, overcut, and if you're gonna bank and miss, short it. In most circumstances.
And look at that.
Yep. Use your bridge.
Ooh, a little bit. She wanted that a hair, like about diamond farther.
She's good.
Somebody out there should tell her to 3-rail bank it. She'd probably make it. 2-rail bank it. Be what it would be. There it is.
Alright, Julia taking her first rack.
Julietta is on the board. Now we got ourselves a game. I always feel like that first game down is can be the toughest.
It's always either the first or the last, right?
Make it last as long as you can, right? Then you get to shoot it like 10 times.
Of course, then I'm only hitting the cue ball and I'm not actually trying to get a ball in the bucket. Ball number 1 or 2 not spelled.
Be interesting this rack to kind of take a look at both of their styles of how they address the ball, if they have sort of ritual.
A pre-shot routine?
Yeah. Oh God. The 8-ball going somewhere? Oh, she said she almost got an 8-ball break.
Yeah, almost got an 8-ball break, yeah.
Too bad, wrong game.
Right. I know that sigh.
Okay, so she's walking around, taking a look. So so this time she's checking out the angle. Wow. I don't know how that didn't fall in the pocket. Ooh.
Wow, look at that.
Creates.
That is a mess.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Can you get a re-rack?
Right.
Let's just re-rack.
Oh, she can see that?
I don't know what she's gonna do.
Oh, she did? She could see it.
Alright, 8-ball's going down here.
You're calling 8-ball down?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's gonna be with the 1 or with the cue ball?
Cue ball. It's gonna be a carom. Nope.
No. 1.
Uh-oh. It's a great defense.
Oh. Who just shot that?
That's Tiffany.
Okay, so Tiffany's gonna
So-
jump this.
8's down, 1's up.
Oh. Thank you.
Hmm? Think she'll get it? What are the odds here?
Off of her last one, this one's a little bit farther, but I think she'll get it, actually. Either she'll get it or it'll be very, very close. It's definitely closer to.
Oh,
there, she got it.
She hit it so poor, she got it off a rail. Nice. That works though.
Hey.
Take it. It was a jump man
Yeah.
say, that's what it was.
Yeah.
She's giggling about it.
Hey, it's down. You're still shooting. Off of defensing yourself too.
Yeah. That's a pretty good feeling though when you screw yourself and you escape your own shot again.
Right.
And keep going.
And she's got a shot on the next ball. I mean, can't ask for much better than that.
I would have definitely carried that one.
I know, I was thinking about it. It was like a 2 and a
Yeah.
It was so close to both. See, I probably should too, but we all know how good I am at carrying. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I think
If you ask Juliet, she can't do anything in pool, but
I totally get it, but I don't think
she can.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't really get it.
Julietta is gonna be a force to be reckoned with once she gets confidence within her ability.
When she develops her mental game around this, she's gonna be great. Yeah, I don't know how to carry him. That's her signature move. I don't know how to do X and she nails whatever.
What
it
was
is.
this,
That was the 3-ball down.
3-ball.
Classic Julietta.
It's gonna be her quote. I don't know how. Boom.
Yeah.
Done. Oh, jeez.
It's in?
Rifles.
Oh, yeah.
Sniper rifles that down the line. It was looking really good
It
too.
was.
Okay, so she looked at the angle again. Gotta watch the scratch inside. Get it, probably a good defense here. A little short. So would you do a defense here with the cue ball
Oh yeah,
on the
easy
9-ball side? And
Yeah.
Kinda that principle.
That works. Just a couple more rails.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Whether she meant to do that or not, ended up really good. See, I think it's so interesting, like, they're thinking, okay, where do I hit to hit this ball? You and I kind of think, okay, where am I going to go to hit this ball in a particular direction? And the pros are like, where am I going to hit this ball to make it?
Yeah. Or the safe be frozen up to another ball.
Exactly, where am I going to hit this ball to put the cue ball frozen to another ball? And I'm not at that level yet of kicking. love to be, though. That would be awesome. Well, put a little. She had a little bit of English on that one.
Even though you were trying to do it far, far away, I don't think I remember from here.
So, are we gonna see a early 9?
I don't think so. I don't think it goes. Yeah.
Not the 10. Well, how much is it?
We're having a little issue with our signal here. Stand by, everybody. I'm just gonna put up a screen here for a second, drop our bitrate for a sec. See if that's gonna help. We're having Facebook's giving us trouble.
So they have pretty close pot percentages.
Yeah, they do.
They're within 0.03 of
Yeah. Hey Rob, go ahead and tell them to go ahead and stop for a sec. Stand by, everybody. We're having Facebook's not being very friendly right now. And so they're going to use this opportunity as a bathroom break.
Yeah, that shot was a 9 to steer, and the cue ball. I tried to make that one before, and then the cue ball followed and scratched there. Or if I bank there, then it follows and scratches here. So like.
Facebook's having problems tonight. Goodness.
Is it not liking how much data we're pulling or something?
I think it's Facebook. So it's just having issues right now pushing data to it. So I'm just gonna give this a second because you can see this building up.
And what once that hits a certain number, it
well, it should just say okay.
Oh.
So right now there's some kind of issue. So hopefully we don't lose the stream altogether, and that's what we're trying to salvage here.
Is it so many people must be uploading stuff? Or?
No, nobody else should be on the network.
Oh, okay.
It is struggling.
So what number does that get to before it shows up? 50%?
I have no idea. Oh, I was watching it in the 40s and 30s, so I think just as soon as like it's got a cache stuff, because it's not getting received properly. So it's
they're starting to drop down.
now it's starting to drop. Yeah. Stand by, everybody. We're just waiting for the interwebs to work its thing out, whatever this is. Okay, so I'm gonna give that one more second to play catch up. should be good. And if you guys are still there, somebody can comment for us just to make sure. I mean, by all impressions, we're good to go. So, Rob, you can tell them we're good. Okay, so that was exciting.
Right. Always got to be something with filming and live feeds. It must have been getting too exciting there. Had to throw a
too much action
into the plan. Yeah, if any of you guys out there have any questions, we're happy to answer.
Yeah, Facebook's having issues tonight, guys, so sorry about that. Hopefully it's tolerable. Alright, so the 4 and 5 are both down. And Julieta's, if she can get on the other side of that 7 ball. So let's see what she puts on this cue ball. So she's gonna follow it.
Putting high.
Not enough gas.
No, does she know this bank?
I'm sure she does.
Because it can bank back into the
looking
side.
at it. She did the, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna bank this sound.
Huh? Oh.
Let's just get on the way back.
This is an interesting shot right here. I mean, it definitely is. I've seen people miss this shot, though. You think she'll try to tap it in, or do you think she'll hit a rail and come back up?
Tap it in. Whoa, that was an uber cut.
She was trying to go a rail, pop back out. See, and that's always a tough thing, to come back to a table with a next shot like that.
Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, it is.
So now, you know, what do? Do you try to pop it in the corner farthest away and try to go a couple rails, or do you go around the table? I almost like cutting it in the corner that's closest to us right now and going 3 rails, because then you're landing on the natural line. That's still, oh, there it goes. Interesting. I liked it better when you held that thing up. Cables.
This is wild, man.
Lift it up again, see if it. Oh, it's playing with you.
It's like blowing on the Nintendo cartridges when it won't play in the NES. Nice shot from Tiffany there.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Not exactly what you wanted, though. Wouldn't want this to go in the scratch in the side.
Yeah, it's a sticky one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, banking it. Interesting.
It's not a gimme.
That's the scary part with banking a shot like that. Unless you're really confident with it. So I learned a great trick from somebody is when a ball's on the rail like that and you don't have to really worry about position, shoot with top. Shoot with high. Right at the gap, right at
the point of contact, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it'll go pretty much every time.
Alright, so Julieta claws back, so 2-2. Yeah, she's on the left side.
Even race. So you think this match will go hill-hill?
For the sake of my rest tonight, I hope not, because I've got like a 5 a.m. get up and a long shoot day tomorrow.
Man. You gotta hire some assistants.
I did. Yeah.
You need more more assistants.
Yeah, right. To make like a 5-pack.
You need a manager. Then just tell them to go. Oh, go do this thing. I'll be there at noon.
Yeah. I might show up today if I care enough.
All right.
All right. So Julietta breaking rack 5.
So ball down on this break, or is it gonna be another dry?
They're both shooting from center rack or center table, and neither one of them finds success there.
And see, that's the. How many times do you shoot from the same
Never.
spot before you switch? Like if you
2 to
break
3
from a
times.
spot, 2 to 3 times.
It'll be 2 if I knew that I broke correctly. You know, I try to give myself the benefit of the doubt, like maybe I didn't hit that rack right. Yeah, 2 to 3 times.
And if you don't do it on the second, and the problem is in a race to 5, you only get five breaks.
Well,
so.
I mean, if you're not watching your opponent, you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? So if you're finding success, what are they doing? Not that you have to exactly copy it, but you know at least it's working if you're struggling.
Yeah.
Because every table does break a little differently. 4 ball. Oh no.
That was probably the worst bank I've seen her do.
Oh yeah?
Or wait, was that Tiffany?
That was Tiffany.
Oh, that was Tiffany. I thought that was Juliet. Trying to figure out what to do here. I think you almost got it, unless you're willing to mass say it. Unless maybe she can see. You almost got to go that way. How much do you practice with that bridge?
None. 0.
Yeah, I need to practice with it more, but I try to avoid that thing. So do you not practice with it because you don't like it, or do you not practice with it because you just don't have time, or?
I would much rather spend time developing my opposite hand, and I have been doing that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I shouldn't say have, but I've done that in the past. So I'm decent. I would say I'm like week 4 with my opposite hand.
Okay. That's pretty good.
So it works when it needs to. I'm no Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, right. Well, because the thing is when it comes up, it's not like you have to run a rack with your opposite hand. You need to make a shot, or maybe 2.
But I have.
You have ran a rack with your opposite hand? Wow.
I have.
Well, then I wouldn't say you're a 4.
Well, I don't think it was the hardest rack on the planet, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, it took some shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd much rather spend the time with my opposite hand. I think it's a better investment.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you have more. See, that is crazy how that cue ball can just grab that corner. I wonder what the standard shelf is on a pool table. Like, into the pocket, you know, is it... There just seems to be so many different variants in tables and stuff like that. I just wonder if there's like... Just like usually what? 4.5 is... 4.5 is a usual, you could say, average pocket size. Not for professional, but...
No, 4.5 would be your standard pro cut, I think.
Is a 4.5 pro cut?
It's either 4 1/4 or 4.5. I can't remember.
Yeah, I thought it was 4 1/4 would be pro cut.
Oh.
That'd be interesting. What a just a regular Valley bar table pocket size.
Those corner pockets are huge.
Mm-hmm.
They're huge. Is huge a number? Because that's what they are.
Huge, but oh, wow! What a bank shot. They've made more
2 and 3s down.
Of those long bank shots like that. It's cool to watch. Be interesting to sit down with these two and have them walk through their thought process when they aim those. How do they pick their spot? And
so this is not a fun shot because that side pocket's looming large. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Wow. Better to keep it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
They're both shooting very complementary to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Either one is really, I feel like, putting on a better display than the other, at least up to this point. Ooh, does it have enough to get there? Ooh, this shot is the, the 50-50 nemesis shot.
If you poke it right, you can draw that back.
Oh, did it not hit the? Oh, maybe it didn't hit the end rail. I was so busy watching the 6. Oh, and look at that. Oh, that's better.
That made the run out a lot harder now.
Right.
Alright, Alright, so Juliet is sitting there. She doesn't like ball in hand. We were talking about this earlier.
She doesn't like ball in hand?
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, because she doesn't. Yeah, see, I'll give that shot to the crowd. Shaking her head. She doesn't feel confident in knowing where to get around the table at.
Oh, okay.
So it's like torture for her.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And see, right there, she gave herself a long stretch shot. I think she's gonna move it. I don't think she'll.
I think if she tries to top this, she's gonna kill it right there.
Yeah, she's moving it out. Yeah, to a more comfortable. But still, that's a. I'd actually go the other. I'd bring it to the other side of the.
I go 2 rails, yeah.
Uh huh.
She's gonna top it. It's gonna kill it.
Oh.
Oh.
Might have a good line. Oh. Ooh. There's a nice little draw down the side rail, or you could even do a little left English. Be a little bottom.
Yeah, I'd go 2 rails out.
But you definitely want to be high. You don't want to be low. Below the 8. Oh.
That sucks.
That's. Yep. So I wonder if she was trying to go 2 rails with that. Oh, she's kicking at it that way?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hey.
And
when you go for it, you know.
Yeah, there's our line right
you
there.
You make it, profits pay off.
It's not the easiest line, but it's doable.
You know, sometimes on those type of shots, I make them more often just tapping them pocket speed.
Oh yeah.
And just rolling it down there. I mean, though, if you miss it, you're gonna leave it in the pocket, but more often you're gonna make it. Oh, and here we go.
She came up on her shot.
Although that is not an easy leave right there. Gotta stretch across the table.
What is she doing?
She banking it?
I don't know.
Is she cutting it? Ah, she's cutting it.
Oh, she's banking it.
She's banking it. Wow. Wow, that's not gonna be an easy shot either.
Nope.
It's not great, but it's not terrible. Juliet has been doing the pretty good routine. Lines it up and finds her line. There
Got
it is. Boom.
Alright.
So now we got a 3-2. taking care of some temperature control out there. Here's a break in rack 6. Thought I heard something drop.
7 balls down.
7 balls down. So there, 6 rack. First ball dropped on the break. See Julietta does with that. Got a good shot at the 1. Nails it.
Yes, the answer is yes, Julietta.
Were they? Were they talking about?
She accidentally hit a ball, and the rules always try to put it back as close as you can.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, so we don't do ask the opponent.
Yeah.
A good smooth stroke and a good defense.
Jump cue's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming off the rail like that.
She's going. Tiffany's going flying. This, she doesn't like this one might be a little bit closer than she likes. She's gonna jump it, but it's.
She darts and that accommodates the closer jumps a lot better. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen her have a problem clearing a ball yet.
She only once in a live match she didn't clear a ball so far. Otherwise, she is very consistent at clearing balls.
Oops.
Her and Kyle tend to be the ones who jump the ball pretty consistently in the most, at least, that I've seen so far.
Whoa. See, that's why I want to move that template. This template made those balls settle really weird. And now she's cueing off of it. It's not ideal.
There's no way to get that thing out of there.
Probably because I did that one when you and I were playing. I hit the 5 instead of the 3 because I didn't even see it. And I think it was in the same spot. And we'll try defense again. Wish me luck.
She was playing defense there.
Good play. Alright, that's good. Get that rack out of there. If that 8 wasn't there, I would think we'll see a... Oh, we might still see a bank. Because she hits a bank right, pops the cue ball out for the 5. Nope, went for the cut.
Oh, that's trouble. Ish. Julia's
It depends on if she knows how to hit it.
She's got to hit the opposite side of it. With spin.
Yeah. Because it is makeable if you hit it.
So she needs to put right on the cue ball to gear the 4 ball with left.
Well, because right makes the ball in front go to the right.
Yeah.
Where if you just have one ball, it would be usually the opposite. Nope. Hit it a little hard. Needed to give it time. Although it's so much easier to say than it is to do.
Always. It always looks so much easier on the TV too.
Right. I know. When I was younger watching pros play, I'd be like, I could run that out. I'm thinking, oh wait, they got a couple hundred fans there and TV cameras everywhere.
That's the 3rd time knocking balls this rack.
That's like the 3rd ball I've hit.
There she goes.
The pool table's your playground, Julietta. Just do what you want.
I think we'll see some sort of a defense here. I don't think she'll try to cut that in.
I was gonna say she's gonna bake it.
She did.
Alright, I think the pink 4 ball is going down. Just kidding.
That makes it a little tougher.
Yep. I'm gonna go home and hug your kids.
I'm really interested, like, we won't know until later on, but like if COVID didn't occur, what our progress would be. Like, would individuals be making way more progress, or would it be about the same?
Well, I asked Julietta the question, you know, with COVID, do you think you've stayed the same, gotten better, gotten worse? And she thinks it's about the same.
Okay.
Where conversation with Billy was, he's improved even though he's had limited table time.
Interesting.
And I think that can be expected from mid-level players because, you know, once you develop a stroke, it's all mental stuff.
Right.
You know. And that's what I think has been in the forefront of people's minds once they started seeking gravity. Is more pool excellence rather than just knocking balls.
Right. Okay. Ooh, stop. Cue ball. I think you just gotta hit it with some draw.
Just putting top on it.
I don't... Is it not? Maybe it's not straight in? Oh, guess it wasn't. Just didn't get enough. So here's a bank shot coming. I think she'll go in this corner.
The bottom right?
Bottom right, yeah. At least that's what I would do.
Safe.
Oh, okay. Well, not a bad save. Can be an intimidating shot. What's that taking? Stop rolling.
She's banking it.
Wow, impressive banking.
3-3. Just like that.
Just what Matt wanted.
Super excited right now. Gotta say.
Need to get you a pillow?
Yeah, right.
You must not have told them before you wanted it to be a quick match.
Yeah, where's my 5-0?
We have not had very many quick, like, 5-0 matches.
Not in featured, but that's by design.
Yeah.
I think we've had plenty.
Oh, we've
off
had
the cameras.
some.
Yeah.
We definitely have had some off camera for sure. So interesting too in pool how it kind of goes by just the night too, because you could play somebody, they beat you, and then the next match, whether it be featured, non-featured, you beat them. And so it's just really interesting. But we'll see more dynamics come out too as time goes on and people progress. And
yeah, that's what I'm really interested in. Goodness.
Wow.
They've done that a lot this match. You and Rob did it too.
Yeah, Rob was particularly good at it. I was particularly good at making the cue ball drop. But yes, Rob was hooking me a lot. Whether it be on purpose or him getting a little bit lucky, but that's cool. I mean,
it is. Ooh, 9 balls traveling.
Yeah, I felt like Rob had some shots he missed, but I thought he was shooting particularly really well tonight.
Stick it in the pile.
Oh no.
There it is.
Are we gonna see a three ball combo?
3-ball Billy? Yeah, we got it.
3-ball Billy. Is she gonna Billy it?
Oh yeah, she can Billy the hell out of that.
She's saying this one's for you, Billy.
I would hit this not firm, but with some pace so I don't leave it there if it doesn't go in.
I would definitely, yeah.
What'd she say?
I think she said I'm not gonna disappoint and try the combo, I think is what she said.
I don't know.
Yep, she's Billying it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Alright, so Julietta on the hill.
Very easy shot to mess up.
It has been amazing. Like, so in my last probably 3 non-featured matches, there have been so many early 9-balls.
Really?
And just like the featured match with Rob, he had 2 early 9-balls, and Brian and I had 2. When me and James played our non-featured match, there were 5 total early 9-balls.
Wow.
Ooh, that seemed to hit really low on that one ball.
A lot of top, yeah. She's got a shot. So the 8 balls down.
Oh.
2, 4, 6, 8, yeah.
It's interesting to me too, with that 9-ball. Sometimes it gets a lot of movement, sometimes none at all. Trying to bank it? She is. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that was a tight window right there. That was a tough bank shot to go past that ball. Probably turned a 4-inch pocket into 3 1/4. She's gonna do it again. Yeah, she's gonna do it again. Oh, almost.
That 5 ball isn't gonna let that go by.
And look at that hook, line, and sinker.
Dang.
That's still, oh my gosh, if that wouldn't have, that was on target if it didn't skim that ball.
Yeah, it was.
This one's one of those where you almost split the difference, and there it is. Good hit.
Man, she's been kicking really nice.
So how much do you think your playing ability will jump up once the mask comes off?
I don't know. I'm not playing any anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, you've been a bit busy.
Yeah. I'll steal an hour maybe once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dreaming of a day where I can just like play pool for a couple hours.
It's called retirement. Or you gotta come out with some sort of auto editing software.
I think she's playing safe there.
Yeah, she was
Look at
definitely
that.
playing defense. That's pretty good control right there.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll... Is that Tiffany who shot that, or?
No, that was Julietta.
That was Julietta. So a jump cue may be coming out.
That's a monster jump.
It is a long jump. Oh, she's kicking at it.
Yeah. 9 ball's in danger here.
See, now that's one of those shots where I almost have to calculate, okay, what are my odds of hitting it compared to just giving ball in hand and trying to knock that 9 ball out of the way, or put something in there to tie it up.
Oh, she's caught the bug. She's gonna go for it.
Gonna billy it to the victory.
Yeah.
This is not an easy shot.
No, it's not. The 3 ball, she hits this firm though. The 3 ball could come into this nearest pocket because it's almost on the tangent. If she hits this real firm.
That was close. It's very close. That was not a bad attempt.
No. Well, quick visit to the table for Tiffany. You're alright. You're alright.
That's a hair far.
I mean, it's not perfect, but
Right.
she can salvage it. Julieta's won 4 games in a row. 4 matches in a row.
4 matches in a row? Wow.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats the other day. Yeah, she's gone on a tear the second half of the season here.
Yeah. You've been doing pretty well too so far this session as well.
Yeah.
You've been shooting pretty good.
Definitely hot and cold.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think that's everybody right now though.
But you're definitely putting some good runs together. You've had some breaking runs and stuff, so
yeah.
It's always nice to see.
I would like to see what our break and run counts would be not on this table. You know.
Right. Well,
this table makes you work for it.
It does, but there hasn't really been any break and runs either on outside matches
no, there
either.
hasn't at all, period.
But also, too, majority of our players have 9-foot tables as well. And I know James's table's what, 4 1/4 pocket size, and Tiffany has bigger pockets on her 9-footer, but her shelves into the pockets are super deep. And so a lot of balls, I mean, you hit the sides, it'll sit in there. Even though they're bigger, so it's interesting.
I think she actually has a line to that side pocket. Oh, she's going for the corner. Weird.
Really?
Oh, no. I don't know why she's lining it up that way. There it is.
Nice. Well controlled.
Wow.
Taking her time, lining it up, which is good. Picking her spot. Nice and easy. There you go.
She's in rhythm right now.
Mm-hmm. Once she gets on a roll, she's tough to stop. But also too, you start getting on a roll, kind of builds your confidence.
Yeah, your arm gets warmed up.
You shoot things with more confidence that you maybe would be a little bit more hesitant with. I mean, ooh, wow, that's a...
I don't know if that sneaks in the side.
I don't know either.
I would take
I'd
that
run
down
it down
every time.
yeah.
10 out of 10 times.
Uh-huh. Although I'd definitely look at the side, but...
No. That corner pocket's like 3 times bigger than the... 4 times bigger than the side pocket forgiveness right now. She's lining up quite good.
There it is.
It went. Yes! My dream came true. Hill.
Right.
We knew this was going to be a good match though. So
yeah.
I know, right?
Julieta's hair bun from this view is... She did a good job on that thing.
She did a really good job.
Julieta, take a look at that next time. Hit pause.
No.
Good work on that. The top-down view. Rob's informing the...
Oh. Tiffany, yours is good too.
Alright, so Tiffany breaking the final rack of this match.
So this rack, winner take all.
Death match.
Right?
9 balls moving.
Yeah, came close.
So, who do you give the advantage to?
At this point, it's
50-50?
like I said, it comes down to those last 2 balls.
Yeah. Tiffany's rolling on the momentum of making the 9 on the last. Julieta's rolling on the confidence she's had of running. Oh, Julieta's been running a couple more than 2 balls each time, so
multi-runs. She's in a groove right now. You can tell by the way she's stroking. She's loose.
Yeah. It's interesting too. I can always tell, like, when I'm shooting, the looser my hand is, the more comfortable I am. The tighter my hand gets, the more I miss, and the more uncomfortable I am at the table. It's really interesting. Oh,
just gonna tuck right in.
Yes. Wow. If you're gonna leave it somewhere.
It's the old kick and stick right here.
Right. Yeah, and actually that could turn into a really good defense.
Yes, it can.
For those who don't know, if it kicks and sticks, it's going to go right off the rail, hit the 100% full. The cue ball will sit there, and then the 1 ball will run around the table. But as we saw, the 1 didn't hit the cue ball didn't hit the 1 quite full enough. but it was a good attempt. Got a lot of distance. Going
boy,
for it.
there it is.
Gonna billy it.
Another billy bomb.
Is that Julietta shooting it?
Oh, she caromed it in.
Caromed it in for the victory.
Wow.
Wow, what a way to end it.
Alright, so Julietta takes it on the hill rack.
With a carom on the 9.
Over Tiffany, 5-4.
Yep.
That's going to do it for us tonight, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and sticking with us. We'll be here next week. Let's see here, week 21 of 22. So the final 4 matches you guys will see will be the last ones leading up to playoffs, which we'll have more details for you guys on that, including wildcard details, which is going to be a fun surprise, I think, for everyone involved in the wildcard. So it should be pretty fun. Alrighty, guys, we'll see you next time.